Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top rated Revolution products. I often get asked which products would I recommend, and these are the products. I thought I would put them all into one video and share them with you in a bumper style video. The first couple of products I'm going to be sharing is the skincare that I rate, and this one is the Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. Not only does it smell beautiful, but it just works beautifully as hydrating the skin. I apply this, obviously I don't do this every single day. I can apply this when I wake, I can apply it before skincare, perhaps after skincare, depending on how I feel that particular day. I can pop it in the fridge so it's cool and then spritz it throughout the day. And for a little bit of a skin boost, I can put it on before my nighttime routine, after my nighttime routine, or what I could do with it is perhaps pop it on the face once I've applied all of my makeup. So like I said, I don't necessarily do all of that, but it's how you can perhaps use it. And like I say, it smells beautiful and it just perks the skin up. It just is amazing. Love it. Not only that, it's small enough to pop in your handbag so you can have a skin boost throughout the day. The next product is this, and it's the Revolution Hydration Boost. It's a lightweight hydrating gel cream. And I've got two backups of this. Superdrug recently had this on offer, so I picked up a couple of these. It is a beautiful skincare gel cream, and it is just amazing. I love it. Not only do I love the look of it, I just love how the cream works as well. Now this one I've very nearly used all up and it is just beautiful. Like it says on the tin, it is lightweight. It sinks into my skin so quickly, my skin literally drinks this up, but I really love it. Now on to a new product, and this is one of their, it's the charcoal purifying mask. So this is one of their new face masks and it is just beautiful. I thought that I would love the pink version the best because I love pink. I always gravitate towards anything pink, but out of the two, and they're very similar in how they apply, dry down and work, this one is my favourite just because of the results that it's given me. There is something else in this mask, so when you apply it, and I know that you don't rub it into the skin, you just obviously apply it and let it dry, but it's got something else in there that you can feel, and whenever I've used this, it really does leave my skin feeling brand new, like baby soft skin. Absolutely beautiful, love it, and it smells divine. Looks a little bit of a mess now, but because I've used it, but yeah, really rate this. It's gorgeous. You don't need to apply too much, just a very thin layer. It then dries down, works beautifully, and you keep that on, I think it's 5, 10, 15 minutes. The next is also from their face mask range, and it's the Hyaluronic Acid Overnight Hydrating Mask. Now I've gone from oily skin to like normal to dry skin, so anything that is hydrating, that's what I'm using at the moment, and this is just amazing. My skin feels so hydrated when I apply this all over the face, especially the neck area. Now, these I think are about £8 each. It is just amazing. This is like a thick cream formula, like that. Let me just pop a little bit onto the back of my hand for you. It just sinks into my skin, my very dry skin, and in the morning my skin feels absolutely beautiful. You can either, what I usually do is leave it on until I then cleanse my skin and go then onto my daytime routine. But yeah, absolutely love it. It smells of something, but it's not too perfumed. It's one of those non-perfume products, but you can just smell something, but you can't smell it when it's on the skin. So if you are sensitive to perfumes, that should be okay for you. Now moving on to some face products. No, actually I'll do the base products first. Now this I cannot be without. I love it so much, and it is the Revolution Conceal and Define. I have loved this ever since I first tested it out. It's amazing. I love the large applicator. I just love how it applies. I just absolutely love it. Now this did crease up quite badly for me, but I'm now using it in conjunction with the Revolution Pro Powder Foundation, and that seems to work beautifully just to set it all really well, and yeah, can't be without that. Now obviously to go along with that is the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. In the concealer I am C4, and in the foundation I am F4. Absolutely love it. For the very same reason, love the applicator, but more importantly I really love the foundation itself. I was using a foundation because at that point I had very oily skin, so I wanted a foundation, and I'd been looking for a long while. I thought I'd found it until Revolution released this, and I found it obviously from my favourite brand. It's a foundation that dries down, and even with oily skin I don't want my foundation to look like a mask, like you know, just something that's, I don't know, got no moisture to it. I want it to still look a little bit dewy, but also control the oil, and this is what this does. So you can see it gives me a little bit of dewiness, but without it being over the top oily and over the top dry. It's one of those foundations that just looks like my skin, but better, of course. So love that, and I also love the glass bottle, and I just love the price as well. Love that. Now for some more face products that I can't live without. I wear this nearly every single day. I love it so much. It's the Revolution Bronzer Reloaded. I call it the Reloaded Bronzer, but it's actually called the Bronzer Reloaded in Holiday Romance. Now this is battered, it's filthy, but it is definitely well loved, and I love it. Now this I thought I wasn't going to like because it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, but actually that really enhances the skin. So you can see that it's got a huge dip in it where I've used it so much, and I just love it. I mean, it's like I say, it is filthy, but it is well loved, and it's only a few pounds. It's gorgeous. It's what I'm wearing today, and yeah, I just love it. I also use it in conjunction with this, which is called Long Weekend, which is a deeper shade, and sometimes I'll pop this in the hollows of my cheek, but sometimes if I want less makeup, I will just apply this shade in the hollows of my cheek as well, because you can either sheer it out or you can obviously apply a little bit more to give that depth. But obviously if I want more, I'll apply Long Weekend. Yeah, it is Long Weekend. So both absolutely beautiful products. Just depends on which shade obviously you're going for. But I'm sure they're only £3 or £4, which is an absolute bargain. And I also really think that the amount of product that you get in here is going to last a long time. Another product that I love, and I'm extremely fussy about blush. I would love Revolution to come out with another blush range, but separate blushes that are very similar to this, but more muted. I've found in the past that they have released really bright shades like bright pink, bright orange, bright red and things like that, but I want a range that is similar to the shades, because MAC was my all-time favourite blush products. But I came across this one and I picked it up. It's only a few pounds. It's actually the Revolution Blush Palette Hot Spice. And these are very similar to the blushes that I would like them to come out with, but singularly. Because there are some in here that I don't use, notably these two in particular. And I like to pick and mix my blushes. So yeah, I'd really love them to come out with separate blushes, and perhaps not in a palette, you know, singles. So like I say, I can pick and mix. But yeah, I really love this. I'm wearing this today. I tend to swap about depending on the eye look that I'm, or clothing I'm wearing. And yeah, I really love these peachy not too intense shades. I want some natural shades. That is, I suppose, why I love the MAC range so much, and why I love this, because it's natural and it's not over the top. Really, really love this. And like I say, it's only a few pounds. Love it. Okay, moving on to some liner products, and you'll probably guess most of what these products are, but I thought, like I say, I would pop them all into one video for you. The first is this, and it's the Revolution, and it's the Smoky Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. They only have the one shade at the moment. I'm hoping that they're going to release more. I wear this every single day. It's in the shade black. I just love it so, so much. And again, it's only a few pounds. Beautiful product, works beautifully for me. Love it. And then this. This is the Revolution Reniassance Lip Liner in Chauffeur. Again, I'm wearing this today. Nearly every single lip look that you'll see me wearing, I'm wearing this. I don't know what it is about this shade, but you know when you find that perfect lip liner and it just works with every single lipstick shade that you choose, this is it. Just amazing, amazing shade, amazing product. Okay, let me move my hair out of the way. Another face product that I absolutely love, and again I'm wearing it as my highlight today. If you love that really lit from within look, if you like that, well, I suppose you could intensify this, but the reason why I like this is because it gives me that dewy glow, I suppose, and this is it, and it is the Revolution, the Jelly Highlighter, and it's in the shade Dazzling. Now this really surprised me because they have 3 shades. They've got like a rosier shade, a golden shade, and then they've got this. Now I never ever choose these kind of shades because I just think that they look too light on me. They're too stark, especially with powder. But this, as you can see, it just works beautifully, sinks into the skin. I suppose it doesn't sink into the skin, but it gives the illusion that it's your own glow, and that's why I love it. You hardly need to use any of this product. Let me show you what it looks like. You can see, and I've used this a lot, but you hardly need to use any of it. It's very, very strange, but yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Love it so, so much. And you can see, gorgeous. It just, I don't know, it is just, well, it does what it says on the tin. Beautiful. I'm not sure about the price of this. I can't remember. I think it might be £5-6. Not quite sure. But obviously links will be all down below for these. The next is this, and this has really changed my eyelashes. This is the Revolution, of course, the Mascara Revolution. And again, they only offer one shade at the moment, black, but this is amazing. I have problems with my eyelashes overlapping. They are quite long, but I don't necessarily want the length, but I want them to look thicker. And I wanted a brush to, you know, straighten them and keep them in that position, and this does it. So it really highlights my lashes, and it also gives them their fullness. It really also, the wand is amazing because it really does untangle my lashes, and I just love it. I cannot be without this mascara. It is my top rated mascara. Just love it so, so much. I think it's about £8 and it's worth every single penny. Beautiful. I hardly ever wear liner, and I never ever wear eyelashes, you know, false eyelashes. So I really wanted a mascara to really highlight my own lashes, because even though they're black and they're long, I don't know why, but it's not until mascara is applied that you can really see them. So yeah, love it so, so much. Okay, I've got a couple of lip products and then we'll get on to the eyeshadows. Now the first is a recent discovery, I've now picked up every single one of these shades from this collection, and it is the Revolution Matte Lip range, and they look like this. So they're in this frosted packaging. I think they're £5 each, and the applicator looks like that, quite flat. Works beautifully if you are wearing it on its own, or obviously like I have done today, I've tapped a little bit on with the applicator and then tapped it out with my finger. These really sheer out beautifully, so you can wear them in there, obviously how they're meant to be worn, like a liquid lipstick, you know, where you pop it on with the applicator and leave it to dry down, or put the lip liner on and then pop a little bit in the middle with that ombre effect. They smell, some of them, quite strong, but I don't know why, but I've really got used to that scent now, and I don't really notice it anymore. Once it's applied to the lip, you definitely don't smell it anymore, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. One of those liquid lipsticks that last all day, feel very comfortable, they dry down, no stickiness, no tackiness, and yeah, really, really love them. The shade that I'm wearing today is called Piece of Cake, but it depends obviously on what I'm wearing, eyeshadow and clothing wise, but yeah, just love these. And like I say, I've got the whole collection, which I'm so pleased about. And the next is, I think this has been my favourite lipstick ever since it launched, and it is the Revolution Reniassance lipstick in Greatest. The formula for this is just amazing. Now this is an original. They've now changed it, so there's a little bit added onto the bottom that shows you the shade that's within the lipstick, and I think you can remove it and perhaps use the product inside. I'm not quite sure, but I just love the packaging. To be honest, I wish they had kept it to their original, because I just love this so much. I've got I think 2 or 3 of these on the go all at once. This is the better looking one, and I just love it so much. The formula, like I say, is just beautiful. Now it goes on the lip quite creamy, so it's a very comfortable lipstick, but it is quite opaque, as you can see from the swatch, and I've not gone over it, I've just done one little swatch there, but it dries down matte, but it's a comfortable matte. It's not like a liquid lipstick, that kind of matte, but it's a very creamy matte lipstick, and it just stays on all day through eating, drinking, and I just love it. This is a dupe for the MAC lipstick Faux. If you love that, which I did, and then obviously Revolution released this, and I don't have to spend that kind of money anymore. I think this is only again a few pounds. Just an amazing product. Okay, now we get on to some eyeshadow palettes, and I've got again quite a few here, as you can imagine, because Revolution over the years has released so many. I thought I'd split them in 2 categories. The eyeshadow palettes that are they are so separate eyeshadows, and then these ones which are a little bit special because they are, and I'll get the first one. So this one is Revolution and Tammy. So they're collaborations. So this is a must-have. And I thought the original palette that Tammy released was good. But I think with the second one, Tammy has gone all out and really created a palette that is... The first one was a little bit more subtle, but this one is a little bit more of Tammy, even more of Tammy. And yeah, I think this is amazing. The colours that are in here are beautiful. I just love it so much. I've got to revisit this one for you, but I think the shades in here are amazing. I really love that. I mean, my eyes are all over the place at the moment thinking which one shall I use next. I love this yellow. Well, obviously I'm obsessed with yellow. This was beautiful. I think I applied this as my inner corner. Love it. Also love the fact that you've got purples in here, you've got blues, green, you've got it all basically, and I just think that this is an amazing palette. If you like colour, you're going to love it, and I'm really getting into colour. I love it. The next one is from Kisu, and so Revolution and Kisu. I love this. This has got some of my favourite shades in here. I love the packaging, but I really love I love Cat Lady, love that shade. I really also love the fact that you've got this Maldives shade, you've got that. Also, I really love this Gryffindor shade. I love these grungy shades, and there are a lot of those in here. That is why this is one of my favourite collaboration palettes. I could do without the highlights. I'm not a big fan of highlighting eyeshadow palettes, but the eyeshadows in here, this is a palette that I always revert back to. I just love it. Another collaboration palette, so these first four are collaborations. This one is the Revolution and Imagination palette. When I went into Superdrug on Thursday, they were actually selling these Imagination palettes, the two, Highlight to the Moon, so that's the highlight palette, and face palette, and then the eyeshadow palettes, they were selling these for £5 each. So if you haven't picked this up yet, that is the time to pick it up. I really like this because what Imogen did was she actually popped in the larger pans there, which were the base shades that we use a lot of, and also she split the palette into two halves, so you've got like orangey and neutrals there, then you've got pink and neutrals there. Just love it. And you've got some beautiful inner corner highlight shades at the top, something a little bit different with that icy blue. This is one of those palettes that you can take away with you and use it to create any look, and I just love it so much, whether it's daytime or nighttime. Now this has to be out of my, obviously I love all of these, but this is my top collaboration palette, and I'm wearing this today, and it is the Revolution and Carmi Make Magic eyeshadow palette. Not only do I just love the packaging, but I just love the inside. So the packaging, beautiful. It's one of those palettes that will give you any look that you want, but it also has these shades at the top, which are just beautiful. I'm wearing this one here on the lid. Just stunning shadows. You can do so much with this palette. I think my favourite shade in here has to be that one there, just because it is just, well, it's like a trio chrome, because you can see blue, brown, but then in real life it also brings up like a purpley pink. Absolutely beautiful palette, and I would recommend this to anybody. Stunning, gorgeous. Okay, now getting on to some other eyeshadow palettes that I love. Now, of course, there are so many that Revolution have released, so I picked my absolute favourites. So this one is an absolute favourite just because this was the first palette that I shared in a video on the YouTube channel, so it does hold a very special place in my heart. This is a brand new one, and I've yet to share with you a look with this one. I'm going to revisit this one, and that's why I picked up a second. So this one, I mean, look at the packaging, beautiful, and the colours in here, stunning. There's only one thing that could make this palette a little bit better, is if the pans were a little bit larger, but with this one you can see that they have put so much into this palette. That is why the pans are a little bit smaller, but they've put the names underneath, and I just love the shades in here. You've got neutrals, you have got a mix of mattes and shimmers, of course, you've got pops of colour, you've got it all. Absolutely love it. Then we move on to this one. Now, I used to really love Gilded, but I have changed my mind. This is from the Revolution Jewel collection, and this is the silver shadow, or silver colouring packaging, and this is Opulent. I am obsessed with one shade in here in particular called Cop Out, and it's that one there. Now again, with this palette you've got those two rows of Revolution's amazing regular eyeshadows, and then the top row again is that cream to powder formula, just like in Carmi's palette, and this one, Cop Out, is amazing. It's like, again, a duochrome. It's stunning, absolutely beautiful. I wish, and I've said this before, Revolution needs to bring out a whole palette dedicated to that cream to powder formulation. Like I say, I really love Gilded as well, which is much more of a warm tone palette, but I'm starting to really enjoy this a little bit more. So loving that. Then this, oh my goodness, a little while ago they released 4 palettes within this Forever Flawless collection, but Optimum is my favourite, which really surprised me. Love the packaging, but this one, oh my goodness, and that shade in the middle called funnily enough, if I can speak, Greatest, just like the lipstick, is my favourite. Absolutely beautiful palette, love it so much. I would recommend any one of those 4 palettes, but this is my favourite, and I think they're these £8 or £10, so very inexpensive. Now this is another beautiful palette. So I suppose they have actually created a whole palette dedicated to those cream to powder formulas. I forgot about this one until I picked this one up, and I used it a lot until Carmi released his, and I forgot about this one, and I thought I must share this because I love it so much, and I must dig it out again, and it is the Foil Frenzy palette. So yeah, I suppose they have given us a whole palette dedicated to that cream to powder palette because it's here. I've just been obviously engrossed with the Carmi palette, but this is stunning, and I used this so much until Carmi released his. This is just beautiful. You've got everything in here. I suppose I didn't think of this one because this one is squared and the cream to powder shades are round in that palette, but I suppose what they could do differently is what I mentioned in my monthly favourites and dedicate a whole palette to the duochromes. So this is, I suppose, your palette dedicated to that cream to powder finish, but what they need now is a whole palette dedicated to those duochromes. I suppose that's what I wanted to say earlier. But yeah, really love this. Beautiful formula, very soft again. You have to be a little bit careful with these cream to powder shades, but they are so beautiful, so stunning. And now I've got shadow everywhere. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning shadows. Okay, and I think if you love your shimmers, this is a must-have. Okay, the last few are from the same kind of eyeshadow family, and it's from the Reloaded eyeshadow collection. If you want to purchase anything from Revolution and try out their eyeshadow palettes, then try out these. This is the Iconic 3.0, so this is the cooler version. These are my favourites that I've picked out for you today, but any one from the Reloaded collection will be amazing, and they're only £4, which I think is just amazing. So this is your cooler version. Love that. Then I've got this. Now this is a new one, and I didn't think I was going to like this, but I love it. It's Red Alert. It's different to just a red eyeshadow palette. You've got that one, like Dorothy Slippers in Wizard of Oz. You've got a bright pink, but you've got neutrals as well as oranges and purple. Love this palette so much. Then there's this called Provocative, which I think is my ultimate favourite. This is my top favourite from the whole Reloaded collection. Love it, so I had to share that with you. If you love these rosy tones, you're going to love this. And this one. It wouldn't be a Samantha video, especially talking about my top favourite Revolution, especially Reloaded palettes, without mentioning this, and it is the Basic Mattes palette. This is stunning. I use this so much. The pans are huge. It's going to take a lot for me to get through this. You hardly need to use any of the product because it is so highly pigmented, but it's soft, it blends beautifully, and again it's only £4. If you want a matte palette, then try this one. It will work beautifully. So of course, if you love, let me just get this one again. So this one is your all matte palette, and this one is your all foil palette. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. So there are all of my top rated products from Revolution. I would just rate any one of these. They are so gorgeous, so amazing, and they're all very inexpensive. So I would love your thoughts on anything that I've shared with you today. Have I shared with you your favourite product? So I'd love to know, have I shown your favourite? And yeah, obviously keep the comments coming, and if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. But as always, until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.